So yeah, this is Ace Attorney Investigations. I don't know anything about this game other than the fact that you probably play as Edgeworth. Ace Attorney Investigations. Miles Edgeworth. And I know that it takes place before Apollo's Justice, but after Ace Attorney 3. I just don't know exactly when, like what time period. I know Edgeworth was and Francisco were doing something. One of them went on a plane ride somewhere to discover themselves. I think it was Francisco, but yeah. So I don't know exactly, and I know that Edgeworth isn't in Apollo's Justice. So I don't know what's gonna happen in these games. But everybody says they really like investigations. And I know that you're not gonna be a defense attorney, so you're gonna be if you're a prosecutor, you're gonna be prosecuting something. So I don't know how the trials exactly are gonna play out, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Very excited. Let's do it. March 14th, 1:16 a.m. Question mark, question mark. What other choice do I have? That's the job of a prosecutor after all. That may be true. But why? But why? Why go this far? Well, it's a dude. Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough. But a guilty verdict, all that matters to me. Well, it was like Edgeworth before. Out of the cost. That was Edgeworth's suit. Somebody got shot. Oh, I thought I'd recognize this guy, but I don't. Hello. I'm a prodigy among prosecutors. Oh, never heard that before. Always have been. Always will be. 2:05 in the morning. Prosecutor's building. 12th floor. I think that's the floor where Edgeworth's office is on. If I remember correctly. But it's been a while. Oh my god, that little animation! It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month. I hope Detective Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office and keeping it clean. Oh, I also know that Gumshoe is in the game because he's on the title. Oh, he's on the cover art. But that makes sense because he's supposed to be part of helping the prosecutor. The door is unlocked. Oh, yeah, you're right. The murder probably took place in his office. That's why his suit was there. Somebody trying to frame him again. Again. Detective Gumshoe. What's this smell? It's very familiar. Blood. I love this animation. What the? What's the meaning of this? Freeze! Oh, it's not the police. Oh. Uh-oh. Identify yourself. Shut up! You've got some nerve committing murder in a prosecutor's office. This guy means business! Is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear. What? No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one! Oh my god. Teleported. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home, after a month abroad, I would be thrust into a multitude of cases, Some very frantic and busy days. I love this. I love the animation. Oh my god, it's the trophy from the case. What's the name of the case? And the Steel Samurai. Yeah, what was the name of it? About what? Oh, Rise from the Ashes. That's it. Yeah, the one with Gan. It's been a while. Oh my god, it's probably been a year. And then yeah, you have the Steel Samurai. I finished photographing the victim's body, sir. Very well. Please continue your investigation. Yes, sir. Ah! Oh, it's Gumshoe! Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Are you okay, sir? Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene. Oh, it's weird seeing him from the side instead of from the front. I'm not used to it. When I heard that a murder had taken place in your office, I ran up here straight away. This is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective with the local precinct. And the one they assigned to handle this murder case from the tiny bit. Yeah, he's my favorite character. He's my favorite character, and Edgeworth is probably my second favorite character. So, I know I'm gonna love this game. You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt? No, I'm perfectly fine. However... Ah! Look what they did to your office! It's totally trashed! I'll say, the culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office. Whoa! Sounds like you're getting really burned up over this whole thing. I mean, someone committed murder inside of his office. The crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it. Ho ho! That's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating. Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. Okay, this is cool. We must not overlook anything, no matter how small, if we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we fetch etched into the forefront of my mind. Speaking of things that pique my curiosity, why of all places did the murder occur in my office? Ooh. It's a really coincidence to me. What's up, DBG? I just started, but I'm very interested. Logic? Did that say logic? I get the nagging feeling that there's something important to keep. Organizer for the court record. Prosecutor's badge! Yo! For my possession. However, I prefer to keep it in my pocket. That looks super cool. I can't check it. The camera. Who's this? The guy that died? Who's killed now? You want me to add this one? Why is it called Bedge instead of Badge? Oh, I get it! Because it's Edgeworth's badge! Oh, okay, I'm adding it. It took me like 5 seconds and then it clicked. Okay, it's been added. Give it some time. Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just a coincidence, can you? Oh, not really. Especially because of this. The music in this game is also very cool. I love the remix. What? Yeah, this is logic. What do you mean, sir? Oh, really, Diamond? Also, hi. Good to see you. If you think carefully about it, and use logic, it should become clear to you. Oh, that's why Pi's emote is called Pi Logic. logic. Ah. By finding the connection between two pieces of information and connecting them, new information is born. I see. This is the end result of using logic. So how do you use it? Yeah, how do you... Typical gumshoe asking how to use logic. First, I recall information through the logic button. And then connect them together. Now to touch the logic button and recall the facts. Whoa! Oh, it's so cool! And you connect the two. Ah, okay, okay. For security reasons, all prosecutors' doors are outfitted with locks. Which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Murderer, sorry. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir. Must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after? Really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir. Yes, well, when you follow leads to their conclusions, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth. Well, but if I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow. Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we? Yes, sir! Like Danganronpa would be better. The basis of any good investigation is to examine everything, sir. I know that. And when I want to examine something, I simply touch the examine button. Only if you ever feel lost and want to talk, just touch the partner button, okay? I'll give you great precise advice as an ace investigator, sir. Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose. Oh, I can move! Oh, this is so cool. No, his chest set. Ouch, they even knocked over your chest set. I had it all set up. Ready for when you got back. Oh, ready for when you got back. I figured we could play a few games. How obvious. I had no idea you were interested in chess. I'm actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought I'd give chess a try. In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside after we solve the case. Can you move it to... Oh, okay. Yeah. So move it here. Yeah, I think that's the best thing. If text is going to appear at the top and the bottom. Is that thick enough? Okay. I'm sorry, I have to cover your chow, Angel, but I don't want it to obscure the text on the screen. Yeah, there's nowhere else to put it. I can put it sideways. like in between the game screen and the camera, but no. Oh, I don't expect the game to touch my mental acuity much. Okay. Oh, whoops. You called, sir? Ah, okay. There's a gun here. What do we have here? What do we have here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of that gun here. Rock! Thanks for being subbed for 12 months. I hope you're doing well today. Appreciate the support. It's good to see you. I think I've seen one of these before. Care to enlighten me as to where? Oh, I know! I was issued the exact same model. I think. Detective. I don't really like guns at all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. But now that I think about it, you do see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much, except in emergency, so that's why I didn't recognize it. So it's the same type of revolver, the ones used by the precinct's detective. Yo, Telling! Thanks for being subbed for 11 months. I hope you're doing well today. Thank the support. Good to see you. Talk to the... Yeah. Do you have anything to report? Sir, yes, sir! Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir. And yet, there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes. Talk about a contradiction. Out of the ordinary. Look around it. Dusting for prints. How's it coming along? Please, I need absolute silence. Fingerprint lifting is a delicate art. Well, I never. Oh, I can. Well, it's a good thing my Steel Samurai doll was spared any harm. Speaking of which, I still haven't actually sat down and watched any of that show. What's it about again? I don't know much about it myself, but the hero of this Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Tokyo, is the Steel Samurai. And his goal is to defeat the evil magistrate. It's a show geared towards kids. However, its high production values and riveting plot draws in a number of adults as well. Oh, Edgeworth is a fan. Spin-offs like Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo, and The Nickel Samurai, along with the deluge of merchandise, and even a new stage show gives it present. You sure know a lot. Are you not some sort of rabid fanboy? Of course not. Anyone that keeps up with society knows at least this much. And that conversation lasted longer than expected. Let us return to the investigation. It's so great. Oh, it's your trophy. The, Knight of Prosecutors, right? What's it called? King. No, yeah. King of Prosecutors. And it's not a trophy. It's a shield. They only send these to the winning prosecutor, right? Yes. But I have no real interest in the perceived worth of other people. As for my own worth, that is something only I can determine for myself. That's so slick, sir! I'm gonna have to try saying that sometime. Fortunately for him, his monetary worth is tied directly to his worth towards me. What's this? It's been a while since I've sat at this desk. Oh, how I've missed you. It's so tidy that it looks newer than when I first bought it. Oh, yeah, that thing's so polished, it just makes mirrors jealous. Don't tell me you had no other work the entire time I was away, detective. My job is to protect your office, sir. And you did such a good job protecting it, that a murder occurred in it. Yo, what's up, CK? I'm glad you're loving it. Oh my god. That's harsh, sir. I missed the banter between Edgeworth and Gumshoe. I'm glad you're enjoying it, CK. That was a really fun chapter. I'm telling you, Toilet, I still stand by it, that it could have happened. Dranian, thanks for being subbed for 6 months. I hope you're doing well today. I appreciate the support. It's good to see you. I have to admit, the desk has never looked better. So I can't dock his pay. Yay! We finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. No, you're good, Johanian. Have a good day at work. I'll catch you later. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Guy's wallet. See what his name is. What do we have here? I think I've seen one of these before. It's a police badge, detective. Oh hey, I have the exact same thing actually. What a coinky dink! Let's take a look inside. Buddy Faith. It would appear that our victim was a detective, just like you. You seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to you. Okay. Ah, right. So, same was used by the precinct detective. He was a detective, so it's his gun. It connects! I like the connect animation. The revolver, a standard model used by a detective. Could it have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time? Yes, sir! On it now, sir! Excuse me, pal. Let's see what we... Mr. Edgeworth, sir. This guy's wearing a gun holster. So it appears that our killer somehow managed to take the victim's gun from him. Interesting. Taekwondo, are you going to be okay with keeping track of the evidence we find, sir? Of course. This is the safest way I know to keep track of it all. Alright, if you say so. Don't underestimate Edgeworth's brain. Keep all the evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to touch the organizer button. But the organizer isn't only for evidence. I keep people's profiles in hand in it too. Probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the back, just like the other game. Let's see what else we can find out about this room. I always say, you gotta look real carefully at each piece of evidence. You can use the scroll wheels to rotate an object. Oh, so like a polar adjuster. There's no such thing as a bad angle. Slide the bar or the X and Y arrow. Zoom in and out. Get it nitty gritty. Whoa! There's still bullets in it. Looks like the only one round. It looks like only one round was fired. Only one round was fired? I thought he also shot the gun at Edgeworth's suit. How did Pokemon go? I got crit by Sandshrew after having the best run of the best beginning I've ever had. It was very sad. And it's bleeding too. Give the body at once over. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area. Looks like the bullet passed clean through his stomach area, so... In other words, he was shot. Yep, until the autopsy's done, I don't think we'll know much more than that. Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene. These files. Did he like fall over on the files? They're all scattered. Your files are all over the floor, sir. Probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer. Oh, and I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, this just rendered all the time and effort I put in pointless. I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room. Well, I watered the flowers every day, just like you requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list as a weekend special. For about half a day every Saturday, I'd come in and clean this place until it's sparkling. Oh, Gumshoe's best boy. Do you have a life? I guess this is all about what we're gonna find out. We should send the body to Jim! Jim? Wait. Isn't that the guy who murdered him? Why, oh why? How could this have happened to a guy like you? Are you alright? Don't touch me. Leave me alone. Just let me be. Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, but please refrain from touching the body. The body? The body? Don't talk about him like he's some lump of flesh. Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night. Why do you keep calling him Jim? Sure. Just in a bloodstained suit, pal. Nice tact, Gumshoe. It is. That is the guy who murdered him. Where are my manners? Aren't you that prosecutor? Why, yes, I am. I'm Jacques Portsman, prosecutor. Jim here was my partner in crime busting. Why do you keep calling him Jim? And I'm Miles Edgeworth, and like you, I'm also a prosecutor. Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir. So you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office. Yes, that is correct. And if it's you, you're the one who killed Jim. Hey, don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay? I will not. I know how things work around here. High prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them. Only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office door. That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on a business trip this whole time, pal. Looks like a tennis player. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay? So the only one who can get in here was me. Gumshoe? Uh-oh. Yeah, like I was just laughing. There's nothing. Yeah, it's just me. I'm the only one who could be in here, you know. Wait. That means... I'm not sure what that means. So it was you then! You're Jim's killer! No way, pal. You've got it wrong. Everyone calm down. He's still himself, yeah. I love it. Mr. Portsman, correct? If you are a real prosecutor, you should know how to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions? Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I do tend to get a little hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? Pleasure to work with you. I wonder if he suspects him. You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in. Carry on, then. It's your room, after all. Thank you. I intend to. I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there! Sir! I want you to capture the scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner, Jim. I should probably give him some space. Look at this. No? No, I don't talk to Gumshoe. Sorry. Ah, your jacket, sir! What's it doing on the floor? It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing around. So the killer not only shot the victim, but they shot your jacket as well? Yeah, but only one bullet is missing from the gun, so that's kind of weird. They dared to shoot the ultra special jacket that you made your prosecutorial debut in. Oh, I can't speak. That jacket IRL. I'm sure it exists. What if they had shot through it? Would have been a disaster. Not worth getting worked up over, detective. Not when there's something more here. Huh? Like what? I take it you haven't noticed it yet, detective. There is a giant contradiction right here in front of us. I got it. Really? Did I say contradiction? You must be rubbing off on me. I'm starting to sound like him. Well, I wonder who he's talking about. But I have my own methods, and I will conduct this investigation my way. When the scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence, or seems off, that's when my deductive skills come into play. Every time I see Edgeworth, I have the image. If any of you have seen the video of him dancing on YouTube, it's called When You Update the Autopsy Report. I can't get that video out of my head. Every time I see Edgeworth, I just keep thinking of him dancing. If you haven't seen it, oh my god. Can somebody find it and post it, chat? It's like 20 seconds long, but it's it's so silly, but yeah, it's just stuck in my head. Hopefully I get over that. It's so silly. It makes me laugh. But then I picture every time I see Edgeworth, I keep thinking of him dancing. Oh, it's something in my eye. Ah! So the killer not only shot the... Oh, yeah. And 2 shots. Middle of the night, detective. Further, my office walls are soundproof. I want to back out of it. I wanted to connect some logic. Oh, this jacket sure brings back memories. I remember you used to wear this around the time you became a certified prosecutor. It was a present from my mentor, Prosecutor Manfred von Karma. Yes, I don't wear it. Yet I can't bring myself to throw it away. It must mean a lot, even with the little bittersweet memories. Ah, but you know, I've got an old coat of mine hanging up in my room too, sir. Yesterday was laundry day, so it's just drying off. But you get the picture. Oh, what is this? I thought this was part of the picture. No, no, the thing behind it. No, the thing behind it. There is something behind it. I'm not going crazy, am I? No, I already looked at that. That's what I thought you wanted me to examine more. Okay, fine. I know what to connect, but the game wouldn't let me. Okay. I got it. Eureka! The bullet hole is the contradiction. What do you mean, sir? It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room. Eureka. That's cool. First time I've heard him say that? Pretty sure. The first felled the victim. And the second filled this frame. Hey, that's right! However, this gun was only fired once. Hey, that's true too! Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Did the killer have another gun prepared for tonight? Another gun. By the way, I noticed something, sir. Yes? What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame? That's what I wanted to look at. Ah, that. It's a secret safe. Ooh. Secret safe? Oh, I smell money. I'll spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. What is inside, Edgy? Now, if you can kindly move this frame out of the way. Roger that. Choo, choo. Talk about dusty. I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while. I had no idea there was a safe here. Or I'd have kept it clean for you, sir. Oh, I'm more in the frame now. So when did you put this thing in? It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one. Really? I had no idea. Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence. Rip, now everybody's gonna know because Gumshoe knows. So, what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth? Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when a trial is in session. That's it? Talk about squashing my hopes and dreams. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. There's nothing in it. Why is this a different colour? Maybe the dust was wiped off? Now this is odd. You found something, sir? This keypad. Don't you find it to be a bit too clean? Ooh. Someone tried to get in there the safe. Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself. You there, the forensic scientist. Yes, sir. Could you please dust this area for fingerprints? You got it, sir. I couldn't find, let alone lift, a single print. Looks like it was wiped down well. Rip. As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots with the information we have. I didn't look at the flowers. Is this yet another batch of fresh flowers? The ones that come with a card attached every month like clockwork for you? Yup. Speaking of that, let's see what's on the card this month, sir. Who's sending these flowers? All will be resolved. Oh no. Oh. Oh god. Oh, Miss Irony, how painful are thy thorns. This was the first one you ever played, Tree? Interesting. Wendy, isn't that the name of that old lady with the whiny voice? That's enough, detective. You need not remind me further. Poor Edgeworth. Killer was looking for in the safe. Connect! I believe I have figured out what the murderer was after. Well, what is it, sir? That emoji. The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests that the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. I wonder if knowing that the motive behind the break-in was theft changes what the other pieces of information can tell me about this crime. Oh, maybe they were looking... Maybe they were looking in Edgeworth's files, and that's why his files are messed up. Yeah. There is a possibility that the files splayed on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer. What's up, JJ? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Brian Blast. Oh, you mean like it could be from when the killer tried to find something, sir? Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen. Yes, sir. I'm gonna shelve the files like you've never seen before, even at a library. Sure. Let's give that a try. Why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, Mr. Edgeworth. No matter how much we learn, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth. And, so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth? Hope you're doing well, JJ. First, we calmly restore the files to their rightful place. You got it. Here, let me help. So this file goes here, and that book goes there. You sure do know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office. Because I'm the one who keeps it tidy, pal! Okay, done! It would appear that the murder was definitely committed here. What's in the bookshelf? Is that the bullet hole? I suspected that the victim was killed in a standing position. Wait, why is the bullet hole there then? It wasn't shot in the foot. Then the guy fell onto the floor, right? The blood on the floor is kind of grossing me out. Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now. Ugh, but you know I'm no good with blood, sir. Like a good professional. I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture. I see it. This is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim. For the bullet to be lodged so squarely in a fine spot indicates that the files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred. Then I guess the victim was moved because he was in the killer's way. But why is the bullet hole down here? If he was killed in a standing position and was shot in the stomach. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Eureka! Eureka! There is clearly a contradiction here with this bullet hole. What do you mean, sir? You don't see? Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. Yes, Edgeworth. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole should be much higher up. But what if the guy was shot while he was sitting or lying down, sir? He was killed in the standing position. You can tell from the blood. Didn't you just say that though? That would be illogical. The victim leaned against the shelf here after being shot, which suggests that he was standing when he was shot. And that means... Wait, what does that mean? It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, detective. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption. And it was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. What is the faulty assumption that caused this problem? The bullet hole's position. The order of the files! Oh yeah, so maybe the files were in a different order, and that's why. So maybe the file with the bullet hole in it was like higher up. They just put it back in the wrong order. What kind of? It looks like they did it numerically. Looks like the right order. Like, I guess they have the 0 ones. Yeah, the 0 ones should be up here. Yeah, makes more sense. You mean I put them back in the wrong order just now? Hey, actually I think the labels on the files are wrong, sir. Oh. Yeah, you see here how the files that were shot begin with the number O? 0? What are they? What are those doing all the way down there? 1, 2, and 3. That's really weird. Actually, the way they are organized now is the correct order. Oh, what? They are exactly as I see them in my mind's eye. But the numbers are all out of order. Those white binders are special, so they are arranged a little differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. Aha! So that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you just did, Detective. Let's rearrange the files in the numerical order and see what we find out. You think it'll be okay to prop the body back up to how it was before it was moved? They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. If you would please, Detective Gumshoe. Is that text on the right? I think it is, as I suspected. The bullet hole is now where it should logically be. The killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Fate, then put the files back in numerical order, I guess. Exactly. And then proceeded to shoot the victim. But why would someone kill a man, and then look through your files one more time? Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown in disarray twice, once before and one after the crime. But why? I think this is text. Now the crime scene is as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look. Look at this! What does it say? This! Oh my god, it's 11037. What is this? Why does it say Gumshoe on there in blood? Wait, it says Gumshoe? No way. How am I supposed to know that? I can't read upside down. I'd say it's some incredibly incriminating evidence. Yes. Indicative of criminal activity, indeed. It says comma. As far... Please. No, wait. There's gotta be some mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Help me. Say something, sir. Victim wrote Gumshoe before he died. It appears that one of my files was stolen. Is that all, sir? What about me and my situation? Is this what the killer was really after? Edgeworth doesn't give a crap. Oh, he did it. Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. And this most important message managed to reach us. I'm telling you, it wasn't me! You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party. If you are going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up. Jim's words, they're more than enough, wouldn't you say? If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning. You got it. I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. There must be some sort of flaw to his logic waiting for me to dig out. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you going to do? What I always do in court. I'm going to cross-examine him, one way or another. I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique. Wait, we're cross-examining him now? Oh, how do you do that? Can you explain it to me, sir? I'm guessing it's the same as the other games, but just in case it's not. Alright, first, I listen to the witness's testimony. If I find a flaw in the testimony, something that contradicts the evidence, I open the organizer and present the piece of contradictory evidence. Present something. Simply touch the present one. But that's all. But it's not like there's going to be a flaw in their testimony every time, right? Correct. At those times, I need to press the witness by touching the press button. Did I refresh chat on screen so you guys can see Veg? Hello? And he died? Hello? Twitch. No! What happened? Okay, now my keyboard is deciding not to work. Hello? Whoops, I broke the stream. And my keyboard, apparently. Thanks, Twitch, for breaking my keyboard. Uh-oh. That's not good. Can't type anything. Oh, hello? It's working. It typed 2 letters and then stopped. Aha. Oh, it's still not showing up. Hello? Did not. Whoops. Ah. Maybe it takes a while for Chatty to sync. Okay. You can use your imagination. Okay. I think I get it, sir. I'll be sure to try out this technique out during investigations too. Very fun. I'll even show you how it's done. Now watch carefully. Oh yeah, we're doing it right now. Mr. Portsman's logic. Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Further, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. And it will be by his final words that you will be brought to justice. You intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer? I can hear Jim's voice, and he's calling for his killer's arrest. Are you sure you're not mishearing your words, Mr. Portsman? There is no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. I will find the flaw in this man's logic, and expose it with credible evidence. And why would Detective Gumshoe do such a thing? Akura! I'm not even gonna say thank you for that one. Respect the dead. Because the body was getting in his way. He had to mess up your bookshelf somehow, right? Quando, thanks for gifting a sub to Portsman. Much appreciated. Appreciate it a lot. Murderers deserve subs to... Anyway. No, I appreciate it a lot, Quando. Super nice of you to do. Enjoy the emotes, Portsman. Quando, thanks for gifting a shop to Gumshoe. Super nice of you to do. Enjoy the emotes, Gumshoe. Best boy. What evidence do I have again? Ah, you didn't notice the bloody letters that his body was hiding, but the file was stolen, so that couldn't have been possible. And this has letters on it. Like, the file that was stolen has the H on it. And the S. Objection! 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 Objection? Objection! Objection! Took a while. Maybe I have to say it like Edgeworth. Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsman, but there is a serious flaw in your logic. bringing a bit of this to off the courtroom into this, I see. No problem. I'm game. I can't help but find it odd. Excuse me? Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office. Say it like that. Objection! Go deep. I have to go deeper. Objection. Can't go deeper. No, very deep voice. What are you talking about? Oh, you're joking. I get it. Ha ha ha. If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this. Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file? What? That's impossible! What's impossible, Mr. Portsman? Nothing. The files on that shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spine. It's possible that they could have taken the file before committing the murder. Oh, that's possible. It was pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written. The missing letters in the detective's name, where the file should be is proof. Yeah, I mean the S is gone, and there's only half an H. If Detective Gumshoes really was the culprit of this case, I highly doubt that even he could overlook his own name written in blood on the file. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood. Oh, what was that? Which means, what exactly? What exactly? What does that make this dying message? It makes it the work of a criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene. That's so low! I can't believe the criminal tried to pin this whole thing on me, sir! I'm gonna get him, sir! You'll see! I'm gonna have them under arrest in no time! Well, Mr. Portsman? Ha ha ha! Brilliant! Absolutely splendid! Logic deserving of an Olympic gold! I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed. Yeah, win some and you lose some, huh? That's how life goes. Not everyone's so cheery, even though I feel more dead than alive. But you know, it really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up. However... Oh, what is it this time? Are you still after me, pal? Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office? That would be me. But Mr. Edgeworth just proved that I'm innocent, pal. What was that? That's absolutely right, and I acknowledge your innocence. Then why do I sense that you still have something to say? What are you... What is he doing? Wow, was thinking. Did you know there is one other person with the key to this office? Uh-oh. One other person. Hey, you there! Yes, sir. What is it, sir? Would you kindly fetch that escort? An escort? Would you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me? A lady? Oh god, me and my speech. The girl is a member of the building's security. Think of her as a material witness. Security? Did you say security? No! Stop it, pal! Don't! Oh, Gumshoe's fired up. What's wrong with him all of a sudden? Who's this? I believe she needs no introduction. I have called upon Miss Maggie... Maggie Bird! Oh my god, she looks so different! Maggie! I always feel sorry for her. She has really bad luck, if I remember correctly. Nice shirt as well, by the way. Detective Gumshoe, sir. Oh my god, if it was Old Bag, I'm so glad it's Maggie and not Old Bag. Maggie! Miss Bird is the security guard on one. For those of you who don't know, she's appeared in a couple other cases before. In the first case she appeared in was the 2-1. I see. And your point is? My point is that she could very well have used it. Yeah, 3-3 was the other one. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in this building. Yeah, she was the waitress. She was a police officer and then the waitress, so now she's security at the prosecutor's office. If you are not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird. How dare you! I would never sneak into someone's room! Also, there's some kind of thing, if I remember correctly, between Gumshoe and... That's right. I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was me! That's right, I did it! Thanks, Gumshoe. Can we take that as a confession, Detective? Well, it wasn't really me. But it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. So yeah, it was me. If it was, then you would have no problems with that, right? Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics. Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying. Stop doing that. What? That girl is the only one who could have committed the crime for one simple reason. Should I have a couple hoodies. Should I do that every time he does it? Yeah. So much effort. I can't, it's really hard for me to open my shoulders like that. Because I have a pretty big wingspan. With the Pokemon jacket, I just put it to wash. I'm pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Making it all that more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message. So you're saying she used the master key? Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say? That's what you claimed about this evidence earlier as well. That was then, this is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. Oh yeah, maybe he is a tennis player. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me. I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. Seems that the only way to get Mr. Portsman to give me more details is to press it. Hold it! Don't you think it's a bit early to be jumping to conclusions? Are you saying there's another way to open the door other than with the master key? Oh, I get it. Perhaps you had a spare made for someone else. I'll have you know, I have never made a spare. So what are you insinuating? Nothing. I guess I should have known better than to suggest this, like someone like you would. I thought we had established Detective Gumshoe's innocence pretty thoroughly. Sorry, go. It was just a theory. One hypothesis among the many possibilities. I mean, I had my doubts about Miss Bird from the very beginning. If that's the case, then why didn't you mention her first? No, don't make that face, Steve. There goes the truth, running the other way. Let's pick up the pace and see if we can't catch up to it. I don't think you're catching my drift. Ah, but we are in agreement that the detective isn't the killer, right? If so, then I hope you'll understand what I say. That since she is the only one who could have opened your office door. No, we don't know wrong. But we know that this guy committed the murder, so he probably broke in here somehow, and then the detective probably confronted him. That's my guess. So the door must have already been open. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and present some evidence! I'd love to, but first we should listen a bit more and digest what he is saying. Do that. That's okay. Spoilers? What happened? Hold it! Oh, okay. Yeah. Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Okay, maybe I do have to say it like kind of like Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key? There's only one person on staff at this time of night. And tonight, she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird? That's, true, but I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir. Dude, my best pain impression? He's probably in this building too right now, right? Well, it's kind of late. Hold it! Wasn't able to? What's that supposed to mean? Yes, moving on. Hate to get sidetracked with something unrelated. What do you mean, unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal. But you can't really trust her not to tell lies. Plus, I hate wasting time. You can use it. Yes, definitely. Not so fast. I, too, am interested in what Miss Bird has to say. Didn't I just say it'd be a waste of time? We don't need to hear her lies. You shush! I'll be the judge of that. Miss Bird, if you please. I discovered that the master key was missing at around 1 AM, sir. What do you mean by missing? Ooh. As in, it wasn't anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it. Mr. Portsmouth, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you? Can't believe that someone like you would be taken in by such words. I'm not lying, sir. Objection! If that's the case, then I'd like to know. Why you have the master key now? I don't quite know. It just reappeared all of a sudden, sir. A likely story. And where's your proof that the key was stolen to begin with? I bet you just forgot where you put it, and then found it again. I think so, Sock. Yeah, now that you mention it, I see it. I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. With me, if something disappears, it's usually because someone stole it. Yeah, pal, trust me. You don't want to test just how bad her luck is. Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive. Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth. But... You still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office. A motive? Didn't we already establish that it was theft? I mean, the culprit clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe. It is as Mr. Portman says, Detective. Can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft. But I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own. I think I need water. No. Incorrect. Because only prosecutors knew about this safe. Objection. No, it didn't work. Objection! Objection! I'll do the pain voice next time and see if that helps. Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something? Why not? It's the truth after all. It was also by your logic that we came to the whole thievery conclusion anyway. That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe. The existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was a part of her cunning plan. But she could have found it by accident when she was turning everything else upside down. I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted. Clever. Eating with metal. Yeah, I didn't even know about that safe, pal. And that means there's no way Maggie could have known about it either. And then, are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor? Interesting conclusion. It's definitely looking more and more probable. Oh, no, he's sweating. What's wrong, prosecutor? You have a different suspect in mind now. Dude, his sweatband isn't really doing much for him. Just sweating straight through it. Curses! Why? What made you... What's with the angry face all of a sudden? At least it's not his armpit. It's all my fault. What do you mean? It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes. What did you just say? We were partners. Like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why I told him. I filled him in on the secret safes. That means... Yeah, I know. I'd only just told him to. Obviously, it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it. The thief who broke into your room was probably Jim. Oh my god. Speaking ill of the dead. He's lying about it. Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief? And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird. Excuse me? I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. But killing is going a bit too far, even in your risky profession. What the? You're still accusing Maggie of murder? Yes, and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it? No, I couldn't. I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir. Plus, even if he was the thief, he wouldn't have a key to this office, which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? Oh, now you're saying he did steal it! Or someone stole it. What? Make up your mind, bro. It was Jim who stole the master key. Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us. Unless... following the evidence. He's making crap up to not get suspected himself. Jimbo. Well, unless you retrieved it from Jimbo after you killed him. Mr. Portsmouth, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief? I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense. See no honor. Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourself out? Oh, I mean, it's fine. You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edgeworth's office. Oh, but I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. Wait, no, that's cheating. You can't assign yourself to the case where you're the murderer. Yo, what's up, Zuji? Yeah, Investigations 1 came out in English. Investigations 2 did. You're all suspects of varying degree, and therefore ineligible to run this show. And what about you? Excuse me? Listen, pal. How many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit. Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself. But, sir, we have no choice but to accommodate his request. For now. Aha. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from the crime scene, I'd be most grateful. I hope you're doing well today, Zuji. It's good to see you. Mark my words, Mr. Portman. We will meet again. If that's a formal request of the legendary prosecutor, from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. You're doing great? That's really good to hear, Zuji. I'm doing good too, having fun. Now don't disappoint me, you hear? Oh, TBC? Okay. Cool. Oh, that took a while to save. Ruby, we literally saw him shoot the person. Godot, please. Please. I'm gonna go get a fill up my water real quick, and then we'll continue because I think when last game. So I'll be right back. Give me like 2 minutes. I'll leave you with the music. Hello. Hello, hello. Okay. We're back. My water. Can you have some? Yeah, here. Let me just throw it at the camera. Ruby, come get it. Hold it out for you. It is almost 4:20 in the morning. What is with that prosecutor? I can't believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable. Indirect case. Please maintain your professionalism, detective. I'm gonna find some real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocence. You'll see, sir. Oh, we've been kicked out of the crime scene, sir. True. So then, what now? Looks like my life's fallen into yet another gigantic ditch. Do not despair, Miss Bird. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway. Really, sir? For example, this hallway. The linchpin of his argument against Miss Bird is related to the Master Key. In that case, this hallway is the perfect place to look for more information regarding the mystery surrounding the door. Is that a basketball? Oh, and there's a basketball hoop. Hello? Why is there a basketball hoop indoors? What is a basketball doing here? That's Mr. Portman's prized possession, sir. I heard he also plays soccer, dodgeball, and even tennis. And ball was lying. Fair enough. Dang, must have some pretty high ceilings. Not a single one of these sports is suitable to be played in a hallway. Oh my god, is that Pain?
It looks like you're in quite a pinch, Mr. Edgeworth.
To be sure. A murder within the walls of a prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. We must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly, post-haste.
Sounds like a messy case you've got your hands on. If you ever feel lost or need some advice, my door is always open.
Pain? You guys don't know who Pain is? How gracious. I will keep your offer in mind. Who's this guy again? I can't tell if you're memeing or not. You're probably memeing, right? Okay, definitely memeing. Okay. I just went inside Gumshoe. Realized what I was saying halfway through. Decided to finish it anyway. What is the basketball hoop doing here? Hey, didn't this used to be just outside next to the building a long time ago? So when and why was it moved indoors? I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently. Drag it? I heard it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it himself. All the way up into the 12th floor. He carried the hoop all the way up to the 12th floor? Hello? Oh. But whose door is this? This office. 1203, 1203. Hey Maggie, whose room is this again? Mr. Portman, sir. Oh. He's right next door. So he's my new neighbor, I suppose. I suppose he moved in while I was away overseas. Is everything alright? Yes, sir. You must know, I weighed myself this morning, and I am finally 154 pounds. Congratulations. But I was asking about this hallway in this room. Oh, everything's okay, sir. Word of advice. Stay focused. Or you might start to lose even more weight. Oh, I see something under here. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. This. Question mark? Oh, this is the missing file. Oh, it's the missing file. Ah, is that the missing 0 series file, sir? No doubt about it. Bloody letters mark it clear as day. There seems to be a few pages missing. Our thief took only what was necessary and left the rest behind. So what are these 0 files about, sir? Guess they've got something worth stealing in them, huh? Not particularly. Just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine. Oh, interesting. They belong to the high prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons, but let's say I was charged with keeping them. And that must mean the thief must have also wanted the file for a specific reason, right? It would seem so. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing. I wonder why anyone would care about such an old case. 10 years ago. I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case. I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this is like a dream. A dream where I'm being cross-examined by the Miles Edgeworth. Look at eyes. Can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the monster. I should jog her memory by showing my notes to her through the present one. Victim. Have you ever met the victim before? Well, I've seen him a couple of times. When I had to go to Mr. Portman's office. Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portman, sir. That sounds like fun. Just once, I'd have loved to play with them. Sounds like fun. But the only person ever taking a shot was Mr. Portman. All Mr. Faith ever did was pass him the ball, sir. 1 second, please. I don't think I would fit in all that well with them. Maggie Bird. Miss Maggie Bird, correct? I take it that you're an acquaintance of the detective. She was under my supervision back when she was still on the force, sir. One day, she got caught up in a murder, and things started going downhill, so she quit. But I owe a lot to the Detective Gumshoe for introducing me to my current employee. So I thought, until a few hours ago, right before I was about to clock out for the night. You got caught up in this whirlwind of the case, correct? Right, that's the voice to give Edgeworth. Don't worry, my whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the... when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. Oh. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed on almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and now I've even managed to be named a criminal just when I've become a security guard. Well, a lot to go through in one life. I know, and just when I thought I had finally found my happiness, I wind up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved in my bad luck. You don't need to worry about this, but nor do you need to worry about yourself. I will solve this case and prove you're innocent. All I can ask in return is for your cooperation. Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth. You can count on me. I'll do all I can to help. Sparkly eye. And when did you discover that the master key was missing? By the time I'd realized it, it was around 1 AM, sir. And I noticed it was back at around 2:30 AM. It was just sitting there on the ledge where the security room's reception window was. But I'm sure that between those 2 times it was not just gone, but stolen, sir. Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place? It's not like that, sir. We always keep the key further inside the room, away from the window. Always, you say? Except for this time, correct? Well, I admit that was a bit careless, but I had my reasons. I left it out because I was sort of using it at the time. Oh. It was after I'd used it that I left it sitting out on the ledge. Did you use the master key? Tell me more, tell me more. Use the master key, question mark? What did you mean by use the master key? Oh, I had to use it to open the door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key. Oh. I mean, it's my job as a security guard, right? Ah! Is she gonna say that she opened the door for Portsman? Because I'm gonna be like, well, hello? What is it? That's right, I just remembered. The prosecutor who forgot his key. Look. I think I know how this happened. It was Mr. Portsman, sir. What? Please tell me more, Miss Bird. Quickly. Forgetful Mr. Portsman. It was around 12 in the morning. Mr. Portsman had forgotten his office key. So he came down to security, sir. And that's when you loaned the master key to him? No way! It's against regulations to loan the master key out to anyone. Well, my guess is that he wanted to go into Edgeworth's office, so he asked Maggie and said that it was his room when it was Edgeworth's room. So she just opened the door. That's how he got inside. I mean, obviously I'm looking at this from hindsight because I know he was the one who killed the person based on the intro. Unless that was just a huge debate. I don't see how else he could have gotten into the room. I walked with Mr. Portsman to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir. See. And then, what happened after that? Well, he called for me to come close up his office as he was leaving to go home. That was around 1:30 AM, I think. Oh. Wait. Oh no, the body was found at 2:05. Yeah. He didn't die at 2:05. Yeah, he died at 1:16, right? Yeah, so this fits. It fits. So in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight. Wait, I thought she said the key was missing at 1 o'clock. Did she just lie to me? Talk about suspicious! I doubt you can say that. You've never left your keys at home, detective. Calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portsman's door. Contradicts. Miss Bird, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story. Okay, I'm glad I'm not just seeing things. What? No way, pal! I mean, sir! You say that you locked up Mr. Portsman's office at around 1:30 in the morning, correct? However, the master key had already been stolen at that time. Wow! Nothing gets by you, Mr. Edgeworth! You saw that contradiction like a real pro. I had totally forgotten all about that, but thanks to you, I remember it now. You're right, it was around that very time that I realized the master key was missing. And? Well, I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit to losing the master key, could I? Okay. So I pretended to lock up his room, sir. Okay. It sounds exactly like something she would do. So, it's just not the best security guard in the world. Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like I was locking it up. So in actuality, you never did relock the door then. Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been properly locked then. The door is still open. Oh wait, but no, I think that she opened Edgeworth's door. Yeah. That's my guess. Which is how Buddy was able to enter. No, wait, no. Buddy was already dead. No, okay. No, I don't mean to talk to you. No, okay, basically, Mr. Portsman's door should still be locked. If my suspicion is correct. I won't rest until I've investigated every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Yeah, I mean, if we didn't know Maggie from previous cases, then yeah, she'd be looking kind of suspicious. And we didn't see who actually did the murder, then yeah, she'd be looking very suspicious. But right now, she's fine. Door is locked tight. Yeah, so his door is locked. I bet the old credit card trick wouldn't work here, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? This is the office of a high prosecutor detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective. The average cat burglar could get through them. Aha! So I guess only a great cat burglar could get in. That must be who our culprit is. Mega, please. Might I advise you to return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you brought it from. The spots are now connected then. Oops. Eureka! There's a contradiction here between reality and the evidence. If what Miss Bird has said is true, then why is this door locked tight? Huh? You know, you're right. Miss Bird, are you sure you didn't relock this door? I am certain of it, sir. And I don't think Mr. Portsman noticed it himself that I hadn't. Which means... What, sir? It means either he actually does have the keys to his office, or that the door Miss Bird opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one. She opened a different door, but how can you prove that? There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is... we need to examine these. They already... oh, look at prints on the master key. It's the master key to every office in the building. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Edgeworth. Examine which door he opened. Oh, if he opened a different door. Then prints on the doorknob, right? Because it would have Maggie's prints on it. The prints on the doorknob will tell us everything. Hey, you! Yeah, you, pal! Do us a favor and see what you can lift from this. I think it's right. So, what did you find out? There's no need for such belligerent, nostril-flaring, detective. Sir, I have found only Mr. Portsman and Mr. Faith's prints on the doorknob. Okay, yeah, so Maggie's prints aren't on it, which means she didn't know. So only 2 people's prints were found on this, huh? That's pretty decisive. Oh, I'm lost, sir. Thinking logically, a certain other person's print should be on this knob as well. Whose print should be on this door?
Take that!
Press the wrong button. But don't you find it odd that the prints of this person who unlocked this door are absent? You mean? Yes, the door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one. What have we here? I've inspected every suspicious thing. This piece of paper. What is this? Looks like a scrap of paper. I'll get it, sir. Let's see. Oh, there's something written on it. What, 3 pieces of evidence? 3 pieces of evidence? It's from the victim. It's for Mr. Portsmouth. Oh, this is moved. How is this moved? What's this? What are you looking at, sir? Oh, hey, how about a game? No, got you. That's okay, detective. I just found the position of this boot to be a little off. Hey, you're right, sir. I guess it shifted when someone made a seriously sweet slam dunk. The position of the boot is definitely unnatural. I better take note of this. Basketball property of Mr. Portsmouth? Yes, sir. He's always ready for a match. Basketball, soccer, dodgeball, tennis. Doesn't matter what sport it is, he's game. Oh, I think it'd be a little hard to play tennis with this ball. Oh! That isn't the point you should be focusing on, detective. You're right, sir. Now I know what I should be focusing on. Bad, Mr. Portsmouth. Someone should teach him to clean his toys up after he's done playing. I think we've reached the end of this conversation. Room 1203. I take it that this is Mr. Portsmouth. Yeah, you can't mistake it because of that basketball hoop, sir. Oh, maybe he moved the basketball hoop to Edgeworth's door to make it seem like she was unlocking his door. But instead she was unlocking Edgeworth. Maybe that's why it's displaced. He wanted room 1202 really badly. But since you're already occupying it, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him next door, sir. So he wanted 1202 probably because he wanted that file. The 0H file. So why was Mr. Portsmouth so particular about getting room 1202? I'm not sure, but I bet it's because of something like his birthday is December 2nd? Yep, that's gotta be it. Can't think of another reason why. At least 3. Bah, why am I even wasting time thinking about this? What the hell? I don't see any signs of forced entry. According to the guard, no signs that the lock was picked either. Meaning the door really was open with a key. Did you happen to ask if any prints were lifted from the doorknob? Apparently, the doorknob's clean as a whistle. Wiped, they think. Whoever this thief is, they did a good job of not leaving any clues behind. Oh. We did it! Looking around in this hallway has actually paid off quite handsomely. Huh? How so, sir? In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat. With the real culprit of this case. Oh, he knows! You know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth! As long as my logic is sound, then yes. The mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portsman. What? Mr. Portsman? I knew it. That's exactly what my logic sensors were telling me too. I suspected it was him from the instant he accused Maggie of being the killer, sir. No way. That is anything but logical. Lady and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Come with me. It's time to knock on Truth's door. We're going straight into it. 5 in the morning. God, everyone must be tired. Mr. Portsman, I finished processing the bloody letters, sir. Alright, let me take a gander at it. Pass it here! What was that? Okay, looking good. You there. Take good care of this. That's fucked up. Oh no, you hit Gumshoe in the face! Well, if it isn't Detective Gumshoe. End of the line for you, Portsman. We've got you now. Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke? It's no joke. We know, Mr. Jacques Portsman, that you are the guilty party in this case. You must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you can stay, if you promise to stay out of our way. You intend to hide your crime under the guise of this prosecutor doing his job. I can see right through that unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your cowl. Ha ha. Who'd have ever thought it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? Oh no, don't bring that up. The legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years. But there was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. Really teaches me that I've got to stay on the lookout for false accusations. Done trying to play mind games with me, because they won't work. The only thing you should be using them, yours, for now, is explaining yourself. Although that too will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up. Well, aren't we full of ourselves, even though you have yet to prove anything? Mr. Portsman's rebuttal. I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how, may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here. Sorry, but we are not finished yet. Boy, you're stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something? I'll show you what I'm basing my accusations on. With evidence. I think I want to present this one here. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button! Oh, it's wrong anyway. Really? What's up, CT? Let's press some statement. So that would be like a fairly easy one to do. Oh, what pray tell kind of evidence are we talking about here? Jim was my partner, So you can't say I had a motive for killing him. And that's it? It's not even an anthill. An anthill. An anthill, let alone a mountain. It's more than enough, wouldn't you agree? Might I recommend that you review what the word evidence means? It doesn't change the fact that the evidence doesn't point to me as the killer. Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Yes, Mike is right here. Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Hold it!
Hold it!
I'll do it very quietly. No, holding down the button for longer doesn't change it. Unfortunately, I believe I have already shown how earlier. Your speculation means nothing. And as I still insist that I could not gain access to your room. I do. Raise an objection. Yeah. You claim to have had no way to open my door. However, is that really the honest truth? Haha. Alright, I'll humor you. Go ahead, shoot. Very well then. I propose that you use this to open my door. I mean... Take that.
Take that!
I believe you were able to open my office door. With the master key, no less. I'm just gonna whisper from now on. But it's not... It doesn't have the same effect!
Objection!
I want to shout objection. Wait. Hold on for a second. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know. Precisely. You were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did. But only to direct. That's right. You used your finger to direct this person to open my door with the key. Take that! Take that.
Take that!
Okay. You would ask Miss Bird to open your own office door, will you? Yes? Yeah, I kind of forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often, in case you know. But the room you had Miss Bird open at that time was not your own, was it? Oh, what? You have quite the imagination. But why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we? I'm certain that it was Mr. Portsman's door, sir. I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening the right door, sir. The number plate can be moved easily. See, Miss Bird backs up my story. What if you had misled her? To fool her into thinking what you wanted. Huh. And how do you suppose I did that? By switching the number plates on our doors, for example. That's right! They do slide out pretty easily. I like how she went from one side of the room to the other. Furthermore, you then used one other thing to give a very strong impression. The door she was opening was yours, and not in fact mine. What was it? The basketball hoop? Take that!
Take that!
Maybe I should enunciate it. What? The basketball hoop, sir? You know what's up, Fruit? It's really cool. I like how it operates. It's different from the trials, but I like it. And Edgeworth is one of my favorite characters, and Gumshoe is my favorite character in the series. It's quite the peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building, which is why it left an unusually strong impression on me. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor. I agree, Fruit. That's very true, sir. Because there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portsman. There are signs that the hoop had been moved. You sit in front of my office, to be sure. I see. So that's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off on the racetrack. Conjecture's rebuttal. Now you're just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door. Open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. No, you weren't! No, you weren't! No, you weren't. So he intends to claim his innocence to the end, does he? I am as pure and innocent as my jacket. And Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears. My jacket's not dirty! I'll have you know I just washed it yesterday. Please calm down, for I intend to show who is the only true... is the one truly covered in slime here. In your room the entire time. No, you weren't! Like you're out. Take the... Objection! Objection!
Objection!
That was a lie. What are you talking about? How was that a lie? This is a note that the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman. A note? It was left under your door. Or did you not notice? And right here it says, but you're out. You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then, where were you and what were you doing? Shall I explain it in full detail for you? You were busy snooping around in my room. The very room you had Miss Bird open for you. That's just nonsense! You have no evidence that I made the girl open your door for me. Oh, but I do. I have very decisive evidence. This is proof positive that you had Miss Bird open the door for you. Yep. Take that!
Take that!
To be you. I had your door dusted for prints. My door? Huh? What for? I've heard this song before and it's really, really good. Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time. You're right, I didn't find anything, and definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints. Her prints? What do they have to do with anything? Let's put it this way. If she really was the one who opened your door, then her print should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Ah! Further, all of the prints on my office door's knob had been wiped clean up. I can't speak. We did. I talked about it earlier. Yeah, this is the song that's in there. That's why I recognized the song. Yeah. Every time Edgeworth appeared on the screen, I couldn't get the image of him dancing out of my head. Because it's been a while since I've seen Edgeworth so much. Oh my god, that meme video, you posted it earlier on purpose. It's... can't get dancing Edgeworth out of my head. Don't you think it's time you gave up your charade? We know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me. And Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. When I had the misfortune to return, my dear, you had to threaten me as you escaped. As I said, when you had the gun to my back. No one gets away with committing murder in my office. Exclamation mark? Ha 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 ha! And just what's so funny, pal? Well, that look of stiff seriousness on the face of this office's finest prosecutor, as he makes a huge mistake in accusing me, is simply too much to bear. There's just nothing else like it in the world. Mr. Edgeworth just explained it all, and he even backed it up. You're the murderer! Stop trying to be slippery and just admit to the crime already. As I said earlier, it's all so circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You say that you checked my doorknob for prints? Well, I can readily confess that I had wiped that doorknob down well. What that? Huh? I'm a little obsessive compulsive, you see. I didn't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched. Wow! Which is why I wiped the knob down as soon as I could after you opened the door. After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim's and my own prints would be on there. You made that up just now, didn't you? Furthermore, as for the note Jim left me, you know exactly when that was. For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like, early evening, for example. But you say you failed to notice a note in your doorway. Hey, even geniuses fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, although that's no excuse. Now that's just a flat-out lie! There's no way you didn't notice a note that size! Ah, but you can't prove that, can you? Say something, Mr. Edgeworth! Back me up here, sir! What's my name? Can't prove that he didn't simply overlook. Besides, I have an airtight alibi. Airtight, you say? I only realized that I had one just now as we were talking. He has an alibi? What? What? I guess it would have been better. Yeah. I just told you sooner. If memory serves, you came back to the office at around 2 AM, correct? And it was then you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. Ask around. I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. Akira, we mentioned that like 2 hours ago. Do you really think it's that perfect? Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself. Detective Gumshoe. Sir, yes, sir. I'll go check out his alibi, sir. Be right back. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portsman said. Wait, what? How can you have an alibi? You see? Only if the evidence points to him being the culprit. There must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere. Be a lie, but Gumshoe checked it out.
Hold it!
You are correct. It was around 2 AM. Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on with the time. He's not innocent. I remember checking my watch then. Make no mistake, it was 2. Oh, Giving testimony like a pro. Okay, so you came back to your office at 2. And it was then you had you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit.
Hold it!
It was as you say. However, you are the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me who you saw? It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see.
Objection!
Oh, come now. I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you? Beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here. Oh well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran into the culprit. But at exactly that time.
Hold it!
So you paid the criminal affairs department a visit? Yep. Right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct.
Hold it!
Well, we did go and ask around to confirm your testimony. And it was just as I said, right? Yes, sir. A number of detectives said that they saw you at around that time. See, I have the perfect alibi. That's the ace I had up my sleeve. Impossible. He actually does have the perfect alibi. Oh. Wait, I'm so confused. What? What's wrong? Why the sudden sullen look on your face? Can't you say anything back, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we've reached the end of the line, and it's time to get off this crazy train. You there, sir. Please escort the young lady out. But remember, be gentle. Maggie! Detective Gumshoe! No! Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn the situation around. Oh yeah, true. Did I miss something that can help me cast doubt on his alibi? I need to calmly think this through one more time, and with logic. Oh, so maybe the thief is a different person to the murderer. That must be the case. If his alibi is, yeah, if his alibi is airtight for the time that someone else was in the room with Edgeworth, then it must have been somebody else. And then this was rearranged twice. The one after the murder must have been the other person who is here. Yeah, that makes sense. I think. Evidence points to the shells being disturbed once before and once after the murder. But who is to say that the person who did it the second time is the same as the first? Which could mean that there was another person who paid a visit to my office that night. I mean, I only have 2 things to connect here. Did I look at this? Akira! Can somebody delete Akira's command? He's lost command privileges. If indeed there were two culprits, then that resolves the contradiction behind our murder. Despite the fact that there are 2 bullets here in this room, the murder weapon only shows signs of being fired once, leaving the possibility that another bullet was fired from the other visitor's gun. Furthermore, if we suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one that was pointed at my back.
Objection!
Oh, that was cool. I got goosebumps. Mr. Portsman, it seems that I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case. Great, so you finally come to your senses. Mr. Edgeworth! Sir, what are you saying? This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I had assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but that may not have been the case. Yeah, I agree. What do you mean? Yo, what's up, relation? Good to see you. The person I ran into was just your average thief. A thief? But sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts? Not at all. It simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality, 2 culprits stole into my office tonight. What do you mean 2? It explains why my shells were disturbed twice. How there were 2 guns. Yo, that sounds great, Halation. Making me hungry. Just the thought of that is hungry. Mr. Portsman tricked Miss Burnham and gained entry into my office.
Objection!
Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know? If you could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsman. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Now then, returning to my scenario. Mr. Portsman was out to steal something from me, which is why he checked my secret safes and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time. So then, this would be when the files were put back in the wrong order, right? Correct. And then, just when he was about to look somewhere else, who should walk in but his own partner, Mr. Faith. Well, why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir? He probably had business with Mr. Portsman, which is why he was in the area. But that's when he noticed sounds coming from my office, would be my guess. Oh, because you were supposed to be away, right? And he must have thought it was odd, so he came into this office to check it out. Correct. And as a detective, that was the right thing to do. But when he came in, he found his own partner standing there. Because it was Mr. Portsman. Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. But Mr. Portman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him. And then he killed him. He silenced Mr. Faith for catching him in the act of stealing. This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portsman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that, because he had also left the fake dying message behind. You're such a complicated troublemaker, you know that? Anytime, Shady. Well, if things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, hi Shady, good to see you. There was yet another visitor in my room, and this is where it gets complicated. There was another visitor, sir? Yes, and this other person's objective was also to steal something. Now then, even after Mr. Portsman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so they stole the master key from the security guard's room, and then entered my room and searched through my shelves. This was the second time they were disturbed, and it seems the thief found their prize. The stolen zoo file, right, sir? Correct. Only, just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter. So the shelves getting messed up twice in the 2 bullets. It was all because 2 different people were doing those things at 2 different times? Precisely. So now do you see, Mr. Portsman? The person I met was just a thief, and was not, in fact, Mr. Faith's killer. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant, because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit. This is all kind of speculation, though. Ha ha ha! What's so funny, pal? Absolutely splendid! Your scenario explains everything. Of course it does! It's Mr. Edgeworth, after all. But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. Supposing if, and that's a big if, your theory is right, it would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, irrelevant. But there is still one defining point of your argument, for which you have no evidence. Your supposition that I was the first visitor. Mr. Edgeworth, you can't let him get away with that, sir! Wait, I have absolutely no proof at this point. Don't say that, sir. I don't believe this. Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I must. You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you met really was just a plain old thief, then why is that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct. Was that about part 2? I should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at Criminal Affairs, so I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left. So you think we should be out there looking for the thief? Of course! Now isn't the time to be wasting time on dead-end discussions. I don't think it's at all dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it. But according to Mr. Faith's note... Hold on, I thought we already cleared that up. Didn't we say that Jim left that note for me in the early evening? If you have proof that he left it at a different time, say, just before he was murdered, I don't have any, no. You see, so I insist again that I was in my office the entire time. Evidence to me, I was down at Criminal Affairs.
Hold it!
Why didn't you go there with Jim? Oh, Mr. Faith. Why does he call him Jim? I still don't know. Ah, that's because he said he was tired and was going to take a quick nap. Oh, God, sounds so fake. You know those sofas in the hallway. He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits. And one of the evidence he brought. Yo, what's up, what? There were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items. A gun and a... Wait, 2 items? No, I got you, bro. What do you mean, 2 items? Yeah, okay. Oh, he made a dum-dum. Interesting. This piece of testimony seems too crucial to let it slip through the cracks. Huge slip! 2 items? Bro, you should really read the evidence before you try to make a false statement. Objection!
Objection!
Only 2 pieces? I believe the proper faith here is... You fail! Oh, I love Edgeworth so much. Excuse me? Yo, Soul, thanks for being sub for 6 months. I hope you're doing well today. I appreciate the support. It's good to see you. Glad you got to catch the stream. Got him. You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Portsman, as you intended to keep evidence hidden from me. What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you. Well, here's a piece I think you should read carefully. Ah, it says that Mr. Faith was bringing 3 pieces. Yes, and this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Portman. I can't believe it. To get tripped up by simple arithmetic. A good point. Where is that missing piece of evidence? It's... You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face. Detective Gumshoe. You don't have to say it, sir. I'll pat the guy down from head to toe. Arithmetic? No, we say arithmetic. Don't come any closer. I'm warning you! This is all part of the investigation, pal! So don't even think about stopping me. No! Hey, what's this? He had this on him, sir. Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide. But then, why would he hide something like that? There's only one reason why anyone would hide evidence of this caliber, because it would unequivocally point to that person himself. That's the real killer. Oh, he's sweating. Let's examine this videotape in a little more detail. For this section of this tape will drive the last nail into his coffin. KGB? Oh, KG8. Oh. Oh, that said KGB. KG8 incident. That's a police case. So, does that mean this video is evidence from that case? Interesting. However, what's recorded on it isn't what's important. Let's give the casing a thorough once over. I spy with my little eye. Ah, that's blood, isn't it? Yes, and I believe this is what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. This blood is still fresh. You mean this might be Detective Faith's blood? No, you've got it all wrong. No amount of denial can save you. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth. You told us that you had received evidence from the victim earlier. Now you will tell us, when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto this video? Yeah, it's totally suspicious. Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have this videotape on his personage when you killed him? You know very well that there's no way to prove that. Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints. God. If I had to take a guess, I'd say that the only ones on here would belong to the murderous you and Mr. Faith. No, impossible! ate it! He ate it. Dude, I love that sound effect. Mr. Portsman has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith's son. Very good. And the result we got back from the lab text on this tape turned out to be real solid, sir. The blood work came back, and it was definitely Mr. Faith's blood on it. And as a bonus, they were able to lift a few fingerprints of Mr. Faith's as well. Thank you so very much, Mr. Edgeworth. I still can't believe I got to see your cool deduction skills outside the courtroom. I'm impressed beyond words, sir. It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in a murder in my office. Please accept my apologies. Oh, Edgeworth. Oh, it was nothing. Really, compared to what I've been through, I mean. I consider myself lucky that it was only a burglary and a murder this time, sir. If it had been a hold-up or a hostage situation, I'd have thrown my hands up in the air. Oh, okay. I think I'm finally rising up from a goddess of misfortune to just an unlucky person. Something tells me we should have hired a different person for security detail. I agree. You know something, sir? That Mr. Portsman really was one corrupt prosecutor. Why would you say he was corrupt? Well, I heard that there were a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There's even rumors about how some of the evidence he uses is forged, sir. Forged evidence, huh? And they say he even decided not to prosecute a few cases, for some really vague reasons. Oh, that guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession. We never did get around to asking what his reason was for breaking it. Yeah. Whenever we got near that topic, he just clammed up. Although, we can be pretty certain that it was to steal something. This is just between you and me, sir. There's a rumor that some sort of huge organization is involved behind the scenes. Oh, well, well. With Mr. Portsman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends credence to that rumor. It would seem that we haven't heard the last of this. Huh? Then Mr. Portsman isn't the bad guy? I shouldn't say that. But rather, there are still many more mysteries for us to solve. Interesting. For example, we still haven't figured out the significance of this piece of evidence. The file, right? The badge. Not. Take that! Take that!
Take that!
The person who stole this file. The other villain of the night. Yeah, I wonder who it was. And what happened to the stolen pages. So mysterious. I wonder, who in the world was it that held me up at gunpoint? Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Yes? I came across this while I was processing your office earlier, sir. This card. What is it, sir? Is that a bird or something on there? It's not just any bird. The mark of a raven. Three-legged raven. Even you should know what this is, Detective. Oh, it's about that thing, isn't it? That great thief everyone's talking about. Yes. It is the mark of the great thief. Yatagarasu? I want to say? Under the mark of a legendary bird. The Yatagarasu is noble to the end. A modern Robin Hood. Oh my god, he has Phoenix's hair. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will. Although we don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the time. The Yatagarasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. The theft is always performed with silence, always with perfection. The target is chosen. No dramatic calling card or announcement is sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Yatagarasu. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the masses, along with this single card. However, it has been a while since the Yatagarasa's last appearance. That was the first thing I thought of, Master Mask, but it's a little different. The card looks a little different. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, look, something's written on the back. Let me see. It's the location of where the thief put the stolen files. So the person who stole the contents of the file was the Yatagarasu? Yatagarasu. Organization. Quite a few key words are popping up. Mystery. The murder in my office. The return of the great thief, Yatagarasu. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming. But they were heralded by the incident that began to occur 2 days ago. The end! Oh! Oh, I'm interested. Oh my god. This is really cool. GG! Am I gonna start case 2 tonight? 45? I just missed the art. Oh, from the chapter. I mean, it's fine. It's nothing I'm not used to. In the when I did the trilogy, the art was just there on the screen anyway. So it's not really a big deal. Should I start case 2 now? No, I'm not actually asking. I'm thinking about it myself. Case 1 was really fun though. That's cool. I'm loving the dynamic between Edgeworth and Shu. You don't want me to look at the art when I select the next chapter? How do I press continue? I don't know if that's the next chapter or not. That's case 2. Well, there you go. About airlines. Oh, I guess we're doing this. Alright. Well, let's start chapter 2. Let's do it. Murder that occurred that day in my office. The return of the great thief Yatagarasu. Thinking back, everything began on that fateful day, 2 days ago. 2 days earlier. Oh, it's flashback time. Hello? Oh, okay. It's wine. It's wine. It's wine. It's wine. Oh, Turnabout Airlines. I fly! Everything began high up in the air. 9,000 feet in the air, to be precise. Yo, nice. Currently experiencing some slight turbulence. We are asking all passengers, please return to their seats. fasten this. Uh-oh. Edgeworth, no! Okay, 390. First floor. Yeah. So case one was good. Let's start case two. I think it's early enough in the night. But if I have to stop midway, I'll probably stop midway. But, I'll probably play for like an hour, and we'll play more tomorrow. What happened? Oh my god. I feel like I just woke up from a horrible nightmare. It's 13, huh? Guess I was out cold for about 10 minutes. Huh. Slight turbulence indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we're experiencing some slight something. For your safety, we ask that you return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt. I suppose turbulence is to be expected on the flight. Though admittedly, I'm less than comfortable with anything resembling an earthquake. But what's this? A travel wallet? But it's not mine. How did someone else's travel wallet wind up in my pocket? My head! Why won't this headache go away? I'll take care of this travel wallet later. Hand it off to an attendant. From earthquake-like turbulence to an elevator. What am I doing hesitating like this? Actually, I know full well why I hesitate. It was when I was still but a young child. Oh, yeah. I was caught up in a murder that happened in an elevator. But how long am I gonna let my past haunt me? I totally forgot about the elevators thing. It's been a while. It's been a long time. It's just an elevator. I'm a grown man now. I need to behave like one. Oh no! What is this? What in the world happened? Is there something wrong, sir? I must ask that you please return to your Ah! He's dead! Please calm down. We mustn't jump to conclusions without all the facts. What's wrong? Did something happen? You murderer! What? No! You have it all wrong! It wasn't me! Everyone, I am sorry to interrupt, but I have an important announcement. I am one of your flight attendants today. Rhoda Tenero. Unfortunately, we have just had a minor accident on this flight. Minor accident? We died. Well, I guess we don't know. An accident? Don't treat us like we're stupid. I caught a glimpse and it was murder. What? Murder? What's going on with this flight? Everyone, please calm down. There's no reason to panic. The flight will stay on course and make its scheduled landing. We are still currently in the middle of a rough patch of turbulence. So, until we are out of this area of turbulence, I ask that you remain seated. Someone was killed, right? I mean, what about the killer? Let me off! Please, there is no need to feel threatened. We have already apprehended the culprit. Poor Edgeworth! Oh no! I ask that everyone please remain calm. What the heck is he talking about? Why should we remain calm? My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecutor, and I assure you, I am not the killer. Ha! Being a prosecutor doesn't make you incapable of murder, buddy! Now you listen here! I am not the killer! I simply found the body! I agree, fruit. See, you say that. However, I am sure that you are the perpetrator of this crime. I swear on my honor as a professional flight attendant. Oh, is that right? I know what I saw, and there's even very strong incriminating evidence to back me up. What kind of incriminating evidence? What are you talking about? We've already alerted the proper authorities at our destination. Till we land, you will remain in our custody by the powers vested in our captain. I'm very sorry. Please understand our situation. Situation? More concerned with mine and the direction it's going in. I'm not about to just sit idly by when I get accused of murder. Miss Tenero, was it? Yeah. I was wondering if you might give me a chance. A chance to do what? A chance to plead my case. And a chance to ask what you meant by incriminating evidence just now. To accuse a passenger of such a grave crime without allowing him to give a proper defense. Can the professional flight attendant inside of you really call this action righteous? You have a point. Very well. I'll listen to what you have to say. But be wary of what you reveal. I'm afraid you'll only look even more suspicious if your explanation fails to satisfy. I also do not have the time to deal with you all day, so please make it quick. Of course, as you wish. Good. Very well. Let's get started. I know for a fact that I didn't kill the man in the elevator. But I don't know what sort of evidence she has up her sleeve. But I'm certain it doesn't fit with how the crime really occurred. Oh, we're starting now already! What Miss Tenero saw. I swear to tell the whole truth as a professional flight attendant. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Edgeworth, I am certain that you are the killer. The scene I saw in front of the elevator. It was you, standing there with fresh blood dripping off the murder weapon. What? So if you would please cooperate, we'll turn you over just as soon as we land. That's it. Is there evidence? I don't think you could ask for a more perfect witness. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? Not really. Hardly perfect when there's a gaping hole in it. Standing there with fresh blood dripping off him. Oh. Wait, is this what you're talking about? You think this is the murder weapon? Are you a Dumbo? Sorry. I know she's trying her best. Objection!
Objection!
Miss Tenero. What is with this yelling all of a sudden? Ah, force of habit. Well, it doesn't matter. Miss Tenero, you say that you saw the murder weapon dripping with blood. Is that correct? Yes, all that blood. Drip, drip, drip. Just recalling that scene sends a chill down my spine. Sorry, but your so-called professional flight attendant training has failed you. Sick burn, bro. What? I'd like to direct your attention to this. Do you know what this is? It's a travel wallet, right? But it looks a little big and bulky. The thing you saw me holding when you discovered the dead body in the elevator. Was this very travel wallet, Miss Tenero? What? Impossible! Now then, you still think I am the killer? That I killed him with a travel wallet? But I saw blood dripping from the wallet. I know I did. As you can see, this wallet is clearly stained. But if you would be so kind as to take a whiff, I think you'd agree it's only grape juice. Grape juice. Ah, then, that's right. You missed a grape juice for blood. The murder weapon dripping with blood does not, in fact, exist. No! Yeah, that should clear up that pesky accusation. Well, wait just a second. That is... I mean, even a wallet could be deadly if it was wrapped around something heavy. Oh, why? Okay. I demand you show me what's inside, please. She's trembling. And the tacked on please at the end. Sounds like I've got too much grape juice, man. Had enough for the night. There's no need to look inside. Even you can tell from its appearance that it's black. No, I can't be sure of anything until I see the contents of the wallet for myself. She's a persistent one. Suppose we have no choice but to see what's inside. Mr. Nero, if you would be so kind as to open the wallet and check its contents for me. Alright. I usually don't pry into passengers' belongings, but we have no choice here. I don't know what I'm about to see inside this. Seems like this passport's all that's in here. As you saw, there is nothing but a passport inside. This renders your wallet as the murder weapon. Argument moot. Wouldn't you agree? Uh-oh. Please, hear me out, Mr. Edgeworth. What is it now? Well, I was wondering, whose passport is it exactly? Can I take a look? Why not? I'm rather curious myself. Oh, it's the... Bulgaria! Just as I thought. This travel wallet belongs to Miss Ackaby Hicks. Yeah, the singer from Follow Justice. Miss Lammy Raw. Anyway, the murder victim's passport was there. Yes, I'm very well aware. That is why I'm playing it in this order. Which makes it the victim's property. You stole the victim's wallet, didn't you? How dare you? You said it yourself. You claimed to be holding this wallet in your hands. When I found you... Perhaps I did misconstrue the wallet for the murder weapon, but it seems that I wasn't wrong about who the culprit is. Mr. Nero's logic. As you claim, the murder weapon is not the travel wallet. However, it is something you stole from Mr. Hicks after you were done with the vile deed. I find it hard to believe myself. But your motive was very simple. You were out to steal Mr. Hicks' money, weren't you? So even though I didn't have the murder weapon on me, you still suspect me, I see. You stood up at the crime scene with the victim's wallet in your hands. How can I turn a blind eye and not suspect you of foul play? You think I was after his money? Where did you get that cockamamie idea from? True, you were also a passenger in first class, but... I thought something was off about you and those deeply etched lines on your forehead. Wow, this is rude. They're not lines! They're perfectly normal and a part of my natural face! I don't think I've ever met someone with such terrible countenance on a flight before. Just rude. Rude to Edgeworth. That's when it hit me. You have the face of someone with money trouble. I don't know what to say to this. How do you argue against this? He really is making a fool of herself, pursuing this line of logic. I should spare her and present a piece of evidence that contradicts her test. Oh, do I just have evidence? Oh, there's money everywhere on the floor. Objection! Objection!
Objection!
I wonder if I might get a word in, Miss Nero. What is it now? Yeah, it's very early in the flight. I'm guessing it was a red-eye flight. Mr. Nero, I wonder if you notice that the contradiction within your own testimony. What are you talking about? It's simply impossible that the motive for this murder was monetary theft. One glance at the crime scene should have told you that. What about the scene would prove that the motive for the murder was not the money?
Take that!
If I may direct your attention to the things strewn all over the floor. This one, I don't know about this one. Ah, that's right. The floor is covered in bills and coinage. By your rationale, these were the very things the killer were after. Ah! I think we can assume that the wallet fell during the victim's struggle with his killer, and I would think that the killer would have noticed something like the money scattering everywhere. Furthermore, as you can see, there was no effort made by the killer to gather the money. But the wallet! Ah yes, the wallet. You'll also recall that the only thing in it was Mr. Hicks' passport, right? If you're really insisting that it was a crime based on greed, then you're claiming that it was all for an empty travel wallet. Forgive me! Please! Hey, what the heck? Are you saying the attendant's wrong? So that guy isn't the killer? Don't believe it. Everyone, it's a trick! Will you all please be quiet? Mr. Nero. Yes? You lost your cool when you saw the dead body. I like when Edgeworth takes charge. Plus, the lounge was dark, and looking into the light from the elevator, it's easy to see how you mistook the wallet in my hand for the murder weapon. I take no offense that you thought that I was the killer. Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you for releasing me. Uh-oh. Oh no, not these symbols again. It's Borginian! What is it now? Who is this guy? Oh my god. It's not Lammy-Raw. I mean, it might be. You know, like 6 years before Apollo Justice takes place. You want me to read it? I don't remember what. I, tree, fish, human, goat, tree, tree, pipe, human, scissors, angel, goat, question mark, exclamation point. I got those last two. I think I figured out what those ones are. Mr. Nero, if you could please translate, I'd be much. It sounds like Borginian, but I don't understand any of it. There's another attendant on this flight who... Oh, he speaks English! I said that he is giving the runabout. I don't require an interpreter. I speak English just well, see? You, the attendant. Yes, sir? I want this person to be under the arrest until we arrive at the airport. Hi, I'm sorry, sir. What exactly are you hoping for? What is it you want? I am finished talking to the likes of you. Please, I would like to hear why you would like me to be held under arrest until we land.
You! How dare you try to waste my time?
You are the ones who stuck your nose into my affairs.
I want to spend even at least one more second with my precious heart. I have no time for other things.
Thanks, Matt, for the host.
I know what you are. I see through you. Insolvent! Yes, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it in English.
And I don't dissolve in water. But I don't think that's what you meant. I'm sorry. But I don't think I caught your name. I am Zinc LeBlanc. The second. I am a very wealthy man in the Bourguignon. But I am not an ordinary rich man. I am an art dealer. A rich seller of beauty. Mr. LeBlanc, what did you mean just now? That's what I said. Pardon? When you said that Mr. Edgeworth was giving me the runabout.
I have to explain. Unbelievable. I will say it once and only once. I do not even have a time. I do not have even a second to waste. Time is money, as they say.
Yes, and yet you continue to blather on.
I saw it. Yes, I did. I saw the victim go onto the elevator, going down to the lounge. It was exactly at 6 o'clock.
And what is the significance of that time?
At 6, he says.
Wait, you saw him at 6?
Ah, what's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? He understands, I see. Miss Attendant, what time did you discover the body?
Well, it was a little after that patch of turbulence. So I would say around 6:15.
Ah! Hicks was his name, was it?
They say that man Hicks was killed in the 15-minute time span.
And the only person in the lounge at that time was this prosecutor, yes?
Yeah, I was in my seat the whole time. Bro, how drunk is this guy? The guy in the green suit with red hair.
I was still eating. Still haven't finished. Yeah, see?
There's a lot of bottles on the flight.
The other passengers have an alibi, so you have no problem with that, I suppose. No complaint, I see. Not a single word against this, right? I have no way of discounting what you have put forth at this point, which wasn't me. Oh, so you say.
But oh, sorry, that was probably Edgeworth. It's kind of hard to tell.
But do you have what you say, the evidence?
Mr. Edgeworth, are you really saying? Are you really the culprit after all? Mr. LeBlanc, I suppose you are quite certain, so enough to give testimony.
Of course! I was looking at the man the whole time. He was playing with that, annoying little, small machine the whole time.
Machine?
Yes, that's what you people call it in English. Yes? It was making me crazy with the click, click, click.
From that description, it sounds like some sort of small computer. It was a DS. I believe what Mr. LeBlanc is talking about is a cell phone. Oh, that's interesting. I have to say that I did see him playing with it quite a bit myself. Simple cell phone. Laptop or organizer, I can see. It's kind of low budget.
I hate that noisy little machine in his hands. Not a fragment of beauty. All it produces is ugly sounds. Anyway, I know what I saw.
Mr. Nero. Yes? I was wondering if I might be granted permission to examine the crime scene.
What? You want to examine the crime scene?
If you would grant me a little measure of time, I'm sure I can produce the real culprit.
I don't like the sound of that. Fox in the duck pen. Yeah, I think that's how you would say it in English.
Fox guarding the henhouse, and I believe my innocence is proven early. And if I'm given the chance, I can clear up all the remaining doubts. Mr. Nero, if you wait until we arrive, there is a good chance that some evidence will have been destroyed by then. I understand. Let me see what the captain has to say.
Ha! This should not be a proof.
Please, Mr. LeBlanc. In an emergency, all decisions are to be made by the captain alone. Now, please wait here while I go ask the captain what to do. I'll be right back.
You are not planning to erase evidence when you are doing your investigation, yes?
Of course not.
We will see.
That's quick.
Mr. Edgeworth, you have the captain's permission to investigate the crime scene. What? Unbelievable!
I am in your debt, Mr. Nero.
However, there is one condition.
I am to supervise you. Can you agree to that?
Of course,
See no problem with that stipulation. It's only natural, as I am still a suspect in this.
Grr.
I take full responsibility and will watch Mr. Edgeworth's every move. I hope that this will reassure enough that there will be no... I hope this is reassurance enough that there will be no foul play. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, shall we proceed? If you should need my help with anything, please feel free to touch the partner button. Oh, so we don't have... Okay, we don't have Gumshoe. But we have Tenero instead. It's time to head to the scene of the crime. First floor lounge. Cool. I want to thank you for your help back there. It was nothing. You should thank the captain for granting you permission. And just so everything is perfectly clear, I still don't trust you to that extent. I don't want you to think your standing with me has changed. I see. Oh, better. I received an order from the captain earlier. We wanted you to know that. We reserve the right to stop your investigation if we feel you are not making progress. And when we do, we ask that you please return to your seat at that time. When my time runs out at his crew's discretion. Find a way to discredit Mr. Blunt's testimony before time is up. I understand. By the way, is there any place you can think of where the killer might hide on board? I don't think so. After every first-class passenger was accounted for at his or her seat, we made a thorough search of the plane. As for business and economy class, no one could move between those two classes in first class without a staff keycard, and we found no record of a keycard being used at all. It means that I have a first-class killer on me. Don't know that much for sure. What other thing? No one else has been allowed near this crime scene, so murder was discovered either. Now then, let's get started. But where should we start from? Let's start with Mr. LeBlanc's statement. The crime occurred between 6 AM and 6:15 AM. During that interval, the only person in the lounge was myself, which would make me the prime suspect. However, since I did not kill Mr. Hicks, it means that the killer was around somewhere. If we are to believe what you say is true, then yes. First order of business will be to gather information for us. What floor does this elevator service? Only the first and second, although it can go down to the cargo hold. However, that requires a flight crew key card. Floors accessible to passengers first and second. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking. What is this? I don't know what this hanging off. Oh, it's a lanyard. Okay. It's missing from this. I could just put my finger on it. Doing it all over the elevator, I would guess that all of Mr. Hicks' wallet. That's it. What is this? A sinister looking figure on the floor here. Oh, that's a piggy bank of one of our company's mascots, Mr. I-Fly. Or Ifly. I-Fly. Just one of those many pieces of merchandise we sell at our in-flight shop. The bank is a limited edition, and is so popular that we're down to our last one. You have an in-flight shop? Yes, it's just beyond the lounge to the right. The shutter to the store is closed at the moment, but it was open the whole flight up until Mr. Hicks' body was discovered. There's blood on it. Could this have been the murder weapon? I doubt anyone was expecting to find a dead body in an elevator. And Mr. Hicks.
He's really dead?
Yes. He's trembling. I can't falter for that. Corpse right there.
Mr. Hicks, you're really dead. Then please ask.
Okay. That's not how it works. Badge checker GDQ's getting serious. Anyway, let's focus on the victim's body. There's blood on the back of Mr. Hicks' head. Even his glasses are broken. Oh, okay. Interesting. So I don't know if it's the lighting or if it's totally dead. Not anyone was expecting to find a dead body. Seems she's over the trembling now, although a new symptom seems to be good. I think there's anything else. These two connect. Reinforce trauma and the murder weapon, being the iFly doll.
Yeah!
A statue with blood on it lying next to the body of a man who was beaten to death.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I think I figured something out.
Yes? What is it?
The way the blood is on this, it looks like it matches up with the wound on his head.
Well, aren't we deserving of the master of the obvious title?
Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't you think that's worth investigating?
It would appear that this figurine is on my weapon.
Oh, I just knew it. I mean, I can't think of any other connection.
Perhaps Master of the Oblivious would be more fitting. Okay. Murder weapon. Grounds. What or who is this?
This is a bronze statue of the founder of iFly Airlines, Mr. Hugo iFly. One on the left is of when he was in his 40s, and the other one is of him in his 80s.
The man actually aged in the span of 4 decades. Maybe I need a squint. Panel windows offer a glimpse of the sky, but how's Tom?
Mr. Edgeworth?
You look like you're talking to the clouds. That's so. And tell me, what do you suppose I said to them?
I don't know, but it looked rather like a one-sided conversation.
Alex, tell me that. The bottles and glasses must have been broken by the Chavi.
It's quite a bit of broken glass here. Please be careful when passing through the area. Thank you very much for the warning, Mr. Edgeworth. However, no matter how kind you are towards me, know that it does not clear up any suspicions I have about you. I wasn't warning you for the sake of clearing my name.
Piano.
Grand piano is the pride of this plane. It can play the music of whatever CD we insert into its CD drive.
It's not a piano, it's more of an overgrown music box.
Ah, but its keys to press along with the music.
Okay, that's kind of cool. As though there really is someone playing it. That's kind of cool. People have entirely too much money to waste on overly complex toys. Tripped over a chair. Yet another victim of the tragedy.
Ah, no! Look at all that grape juice staining the back. It may not look it, but this chair was extremely valuable.
It was?
Yes, it was used when the Rocker Pals came to tour this plane.
Rocker Pals leader sat in this very chair. I'm sorry, but what are these Rocker Pals?
I can't believe you've never heard of them. They're all the rage. The Rocker Pals are an extremely popular international band. They've added the pals part as they've become more popular, especially among teens. Ah, that explains it. I'm not really one for the music of today. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe about it later. On second thought, I can already see how confusing that conversation was. Glasses and candles. No one is disarrayed by the turbulence. It's been a while since I've seen this big of a mess. It's terribly embarrassing. But I thought it was an earthquake for a second. I frantically started searching for gas valves to shut off. Guess the shaking of the plane was bad enough to be mistaken for a real earthquake. Not that I would know, since I was subconscious for most of it. The in-flight shop is just beyond these shutters. We don't have permission to open them, so I'm afraid we must leave them closed. There are a few copies of the Sky magazine in the magazine rack. Month special is an English trivia quiz. That's not a bad idea. I've heard that the youth of today don't know a particle from a participant. Now, please don't go around confusing people with made-up words, Mr. Edgeworth. Who's ever heard of such a silly word as participle? Case in point. This door leads to the flight attendant's room, but please understand that it's off limits to unauthorized personnel. The room is giving off the scent of woman's perfume. I don't think the perfume would smell great. However, to me, it simply smells foul. Not that I have any interest in the lies behind this door. Perhaps we should return to the investigation, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Sorry, I spaced out for a second. Something here, maybe? Do I have? Jordan. I guess maybe the killer could have gotten off the elevator. Maybe? There wasn't anyone in the lounge other than myself right before the turbulence. The killer was in the elevator along with the victim. That's a different story. Oh, okay. Was right. If only I could prove that the killer rode the elevator with him.
I don't think this matches up. That's it? Yeah. Wasn't sure what would happen if I got it wrong. Means I'm still missing something. Let me select it. Oh, there's something sticking out of his pocket. Hope you won't mind if I take a look. What's inside? It's a picture. Oh. Looks like it was taken inside a building somewhere. No, I'll be okay. Don't worry. You don't have to tell me. What is that that's attached to? Maybe? Eureka! Mr. Hicks's machine is nowhere to be found. His machine? His cell phone. Oh, right, his cell phone. His cell phone, Mr. Nero. Ah, so I guess it's not. It's because it's not here. Yes, I think we can safely deduce that the killer took it. Oh, okay. That's a time table. Probably gonna be useful for later on. If I present her with evidence, what do you say about it? Okay, She doesn't say. Oh, hello. I didn't realize this was something different. I thought it was asking me to check the statue again. Assumed it was just spilled during the turbulence. Oh, we must clean that up, or someone might get hurt. Aha! Oh, what is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I found some very important evidence. The footprints, right? There's the important piece of evidence. Look at these footprints.
Take that!
What is it? They're a little smudged, but I can think we both agree that they're a set of footprints. So you think? Yes, these belong to our killer. Okay, then maybe we should check the shoe sizes of everyone in first class. I don't think that will be of any help to us. Unfortunately, the prints are too smudged, which will make it hard to get a definitive match. Oh, I see. I really don't see. I don't feel like this. I like looked at everything. I feel like I should probably stop soon. Maybe I should stop now and continue tomorrow. I'm getting kind of late. Been streaming for almost 12 hours now. Figure this out tomorrow. Yeah, I think I might do that. It'll be a good place to stop. So I can go get some food because I haven't eaten. That'll be nice. Yeah, and then we'll continue tomorrow. Oh, we should continue tomorrow. Imagine. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I'll figure this out tomorrow. Entirely sure, and I'm getting quite tired. That'll be pretty cool. You make progress tomorrow.